So I decided I was going to make a commentary video for this game that I played against somebody on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord earlier. Just to more step-by-step go through the full Dragon Link combo, because sometimes the out-of-context stuff is just hard to keep up with. So hopefully this should make it a little bit easier to see the method to the deck. We open off with Chaos Space. It's an instant Borderland Dragon. We'll just follow along and linearly progress the combo. Going into Wyver Burster into Striker Dragon, you'll want to chain link the Striker Dragon typically, because the Boot Sector launch extension is more valuable than the one dragon you get from Wyver Burster. So we're going to sequence the Chaos Space to recycle the Wyver Burster so that we can then chain block our Dragon Ravine search off of Romulus with the basically useless Collapse Serpent trigger. And our random draw was actually pretty nuts. We drew into Abserator Dragon, so we just get a free extra extender. Which goes a long way. Every extra extender just gives you so much. So we go into the Romulus, chain block it as such. You know, I had no reason really to play out the Ravine. We're gonna see how I wait a little bit into the sequence to use it. I did play it. Technically not really like a misplay, but you can sequence that better. You don't have to show them your Ravine, even though they already know you have it. Quick launch, I go ahead and I believe get the Rocket Synchron because I do want to guarantee that I will be able to make a hot red. And then with the Abserator Dragon trigger, we're going to block the Chaos Ruler. Again, they're probably going to have used their Ash some point in this. Well, maybe not, because we have been able to chain block them. So if they've been saving their Ash because of the inopportune trades that we've presented them, they would much rather be able to hit your Chaos Ruler than the Abserator Dragon. But it is still good. We get our Recharger. And the Chaos Ruler mill was absolutely insane. Not only did we get a Black Metal Dragon, which is 3 extenders, because we hadn't used our normal summon before that either. We also milled a Serenir, which gets us the Bystial Lubellion to get Branded Regain, to get a, you know, pretty good mid-range engine going. And I begin to set up the Pistigate. I stop and use the Lubellion here. You can go and get Branded Beast if your intention is to make the Abyss guaranteed like you would in this line. You could go and get Branded Beast just to make you more resilient against like Dark Ruler no more, but I don't think that it's worth it necessarily to play around that compared to the really reliable, consistent mid-game that Branded Regained is going to present you. Plus, like, you know, random draws are just more fun, and that's really the all and all. So I'm going ahead and making the in-board stuff pretty quickly here after all the setup. We have Abyss, we have the 3 counter Savage, and I decide to go ahead and use a Tomb lines to go into Baldrake and an IP here. Because of our earlier really lucky Chaos Ruler mill, we got the extra extensions to do all of that. We get the Druid Worm back because that's the best in hand. And yeah, they're on Adamancipator, so they're not really going to be able to break this. Summon back the Magnum with Regained to get, you know, further grind game. But that's about it. I believe I negate this Doki Doki and then they concede. Typically speaking, the end boards aren't completely unbreakable. This one is kind of like a Dark Ruler, No More, or like a Sphere Mode or Bust tier kind of hand, or like, you know, like have Alba Lenatus and be playing Branded. But even still, those would not necessarily guarantee a win against this hand. We still have our full recovery from Boot Sector launch. Regained gives us a lot of recycling of our extra deck. We could probably put back our IP Masquerena. We still have a Striker Dragon left in the extra deck down there. So since we have the Recharger set up, we can use essentially any Link 1 into Striker Dragon to bring back our Boral End if they manage to out it, or like Hot Red if they manage to out it. So yeah, it's just about being able to not die. And if you can not die, you can probably have a better mid-game exchange than whatever they're going to be doing, especially if, you know, you're having them start through all of these like 7 interruptions. But yeah, I'll let that play out. I used the Ash. But that's the combo. I hope that that helps. If there's any questions anybody has, feel free to ask me in the comments or message me on Discord. I'll go ahead and put my Discord tag in the description. I'll have the deck list up as well. And yeah, have fun.